Hey, welcome back to the Burn the Rules to the Ground and Do Business Your Way challenge. I am so excited that you got through day one. I am absolutely thrilled for you. I know that working on unblocking what may be blocking you from success and thriving isn't an easy pill to swallow, especially when you looked at your excuses and even the labels that you've been using for a really long time. Even the rules are hard to realize that these have actually been hurting you and they're not truly the commitments that you want to be or you want them to be. So I am so proud of you for putting in the work and showing up for day two, because day two is really when it gets fun and when it gets super exciting. But first, before we get into that, I want to thank all of you for participating, for showing up to the live. I appreciate you spending your time and your energy with me. I would love to hear about your ahas, your breakthroughs, even after the live or through yesterday's challenge. If you didn't share them yet, I would love to hear them in the comment section of this video. I just love to hear that. I love to hear the feedback and all of the things. So I'm going to introduce myself right now instead of doing it later, because I always tend to forget. I am Angela. I am a transformation coach, trauma healer, and self-sabotage slayer. I help solo line service providers and trauma coaches slay self-sabotage so they can embody freedom, live on their terms, and do business their way. I have been healing from my own trauma for the last 10 years. I've had 3 businesses. The last 4 years have been full-time. I sabotaged my last business so that I could hide from a very abusive ex, and have spent the last year or so rebuilding and recreating my business and helping my clients slay self-sabotage. And it's been so rewarding and so beautiful. And hopefully you have seen the last 2 videos where I kind of talk about why healing your trauma matters and unlearning your unhealthy childhood conditioning matters. And then being able to do business your way is also a piece to making sure that you don't self-sabotage. Because if you're doing things and creating out of force, you are going to eventually self-sabotage. And it's not because you hate yourself. It's not because you're not worthy. It's not because you don't know what you're doing or you're stupid or whatever else is going on. It is ultimately about self-preservation. It's because there are parts of you that don't fully feel safe in what you're doing, and so you're in resistance to completely showing up and being who you truly desire. And if you would love to slay self-sabotage, make sure that you check out the link below for the bundle, because I have a killer deal for self-sabotage with all of the courses that I have put together in this last year. So make sure you check that out. Self-sabotage is not just about procrastinating and hesitating. It's also not just about your self-worth, and it's also just not about your subconscious mind. There's a whole slew of processes and techniques and things that go with slaying your self-sabotage, and it always starts with unlearning and healing your trauma. So I just want to be very clear on that before we dive into doing what excites you, because if you are in resistance to doing what excites you because you're afraid that it's not going to make you money, a lot of that has to do with scarcity, and scarcity has to do with trauma. I know that people want to believe that it's a mindset thing, but the truth is that it's ultimately a safety thing, and whether or not you feel safe having money, feel safe managing money, feel safe doing those things. So you want to make sure that you are very tapped in and very connected to yourself. If you do not feel like you're connected, if you do feel like your trauma is really holding you back, I can help you with that. I do take one-to-one clients. I do have a 12-week program available. If you're interested, you can always reach out to me. But let's go ahead and dive into talking about what excites you. Okay. First, what I want you to do, and this kind of stuff will be in the journal prompts, is I want you to be aware of what it is that you're creating. And when you take inventory of what it is that you're currently creating based on the rules that you know that you've created for yourself, how good do you feel about what it is that you're creating? Do you feel like, meh? Do you feel like, well, I created that because a coach told me that? Well, I created that because that's what I thought I should do. I created that because I was trying to get emails into I was trying to get subscribers into my email list. I created that because I wanted a lower end product. Like, why did you do these things? And when you look at these things and you take inventory of these things, how do you feel about them? Because if you don't feel very good about them, if they don't get you going and they don't turn you on and they're not very exciting for you, your audience is going to feel like that. Your audience is totally and completely going to feel that. And I know that too. I was drinking my coffee. I don't know if you saw that or not. The reason why your audience feels that is because you're connected vibrationally to your work, and your clients are going to feel that. They're going to know whether or not you believe in this, whether or not it's exciting for you. And I know that because I've done the same thing, okay? I have put things out that I haven't truly wanted to put out, and it had screwed me, okay? Where no one has signed up, and it's been disappointing, and then I'm not promoting it anymore, right? I want you to know that that's normal, and it's completely okay if you have ever experienced that. What I want you to do is I want you to realize that the very thing that you've been thinking about creating, and you convince yourself that you can't do that, is actually what you're meant to put out. And if you truly feel like you're freezing up when it comes to that, you're truly convincing yourself that there's no way that you're going to make money with that, or you're truly doubting that creation, or hesitating because you don't know how you're going to be able to figure that out, that is self-sabotage. That is that resistance that we've been talking about the last few minutes of this video. And that is how you know that you truly want to start diving into that and working on it. And you can do it one-to-one with me. You can do the bundle, whatever the case may be. It is possible for you to create from excitement and not have your mind rattling off about how can you really make this happen. You will be able to be like, no, we're going to do this because this is fun, this is exciting, and this scares me, right? The more that it scares you, the more it's going to pay off. So you might be thinking, okay, well, there's a few things that I want to create. What I want you to do is I want you to pick the one thing that you can create right this instant, like within 24 hours. And what I have learned in my business is that you want to do things that are almost going to hold you accountable for showing up. So there have been a lot of times where I have created courses and I've done them live so that they keep me accountable for showing up. So once a week, I would go live in the group and then I would upload it, and then that would be the course. I know other creators that have done the same thing. I thought it was brilliant, and I was like, holy cow, that's how you keep yourself accountable for showing up. You are allowed to create however you want. If going live feels so much better for you than doing a pre-recording like this, then go live. If building a membership feels right for you, then start working on that immediately. Your goal for today is to, yes, watch this, do the journal prompts, and then start executing on what this is meant to be, on whatever program, whatever creation, whether it's a course, whether it's a program, a one-to-one program, a coaching program, whatever it is. I want you to start executing on that, because number one, that's going to create clarity. Number two, that is going to build momentum so that it's there and it's there. And number three, it's going to help you realize where you are feeling doubt, where you don't trust yourself, whether or not you're really struggling with something much deeper than just not sure if this is going to work. And this is going to help you see what tomorrow is about, which is all about stepping in to that unwavering self-trust, right? Because if you are executing and you notice that every time you're executing, you're dealing with doubt, then we've got a little something else going on, which I mean, of course, I'm thrilled about. Not because I want you to like work with me. That's not the MO here. I love to do these things. I love to serve. I love to give value like this. And just the aha moments and the breakthroughs that my clients experience through these challenges is just phenomenal to me. And I'll continue to do something like this every other month. But it's awesome for me because I get to see you work through that. I get to see you realize what's actually stopping you. Because a lot of people think that fear is stopping them, and it's actually not. It's actually a lot of doubt. And I used to think that it was fear, but I used to do shit scared all the time. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not really scared of anything. It's not really fear. It's doubt. Doubt kills everything for me. So I want you to be aware of those things. Being aware of these things allows so many breakthroughs in your life, allows you to do things so differently and show up so differently. You want to become aware of what excites you and start tapping into that. And if you are not connected to your body, you're gonna have no idea what really gets you going. You're not going to know. You're not going to know what that hell yes and that hell no feels like. And this is why being connected to your body as an entrepreneur matters. This is why healing from your trauma matters. This is why unlearning unhealthy childhood conditioning matters, so that you can know what that hell yes is, so that you know that that was your intuition versus your fear. And so that you know that, oh, this is totally and completely aligned for me. This feels good. This is what I want to do. And being that connected to yourself and creating what excites you, and then you kind of hit like a block, all of a sudden you feel stuck. Rather than freaking out like you may normally do, or you just force yourself to finish creating, you will actually allow yourself to take a step back and do self-care with purpose, right? This helps you regulate your nervous system. And then you go and, I don't know, maybe sit outside, drink some coffee, go for a walk, and then that hit of intuition will come in, and then you'll know immediately that this is yours. This is what you're supposed to execute on. Executing brings in the clarity. Executing brings in the momentum, and it also helps you see where there are other things going on, where we will talk about in tomorrow's thing. So this is what I have for you today, okay? Make sure that you're this far, so obviously you have watched this. Make sure that you drew the journal prompts, and make sure that you're executing today as far as a program that truly excites you. If you're hesitating, if you're not sure, bring it to the live, because let's coach you through this. I want you to feel like you can step into your power right at this moment. Not in 3 days, not in a month from now, not in a year from now. I want you to feel like you have been able to take action from this challenge, regardless of what it is that you truly want to create. So if you're struggling, hesitating, not really sure, I want you to bring that to the live today at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That will allow you to get laser focused coaching during that time, and we can truly dive into that, because there's only so much I could do through pre-recording and through text. Live coaching will be phenomenal for you. So, and don't allow yourself to hesitate. Don't allow yourself to be in that space, because that's actually resistance. That's actually all that safety coming in, so we can do self-preservation or self-sabotage, right? So I want you to be aware of that. I will see you today at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you show up live if you're trying to win a prize, and I will see you for tomorrow, which is all about stepping into unwavering self-trust. Make sure you check out the bundle. If you need one-to-one time, I'm available, and I will see you all at 4 p.m. Bye.